Welcome to My Daily Thread. It's a great little place to get a snippet of wisdom from the yoga and the meditation masters to start or to end your day. I'm Jeff Lichty. All right, my threaders, great to have you here as we start the week. My Daily Thread, looking for that snippet of wisdom. And right now we are on the Patanjali Yoga Sūtras in the second chapter, the Sadhana Pada. That's the chapter on practice. And remember, verse 32 was all about the niyamas. Remember, yamas, niyamas, the moral and ethical disciplines that can guide our lives and our understanding and the way that we interact with the world. The yamas are about how do we relate to others. The niyamas about how do we relate to ourselves. And I want to just go over those niyamas just for a second, and then we're moving on to this great verse 33. Śauca, choose simplicity over excess. Ooh. Santoṣa, or contentment, choose gratitude over striving. Tapaḥ, choosing effort over escape. Ooh, that's a good one for me. Svādhyāya, choose inner truth over noise. And Īśvara-praṇidhāna, when we choose surrender over control. I think these are a great explanation of the niyamas and a great place to anchor our mind. But let's move on. Chapter 2, verse 33. He says, Vitarka bhatane pratipakshabhavanam. Ooh, and I like this sutra. It's one of my favorites in all of the Yoga Sutras. Actually, chapter 1, verse 33 and chapter 2, verse 33. I don't know. There's something about the 33s that are just fantastic. Vitarka, it means negative thoughts or unwholesome thinking. Really, anything that goes against the yamas and the niyamas, those moral and ethical disciplines that we've been talking about. And bādane means when you are disturbed by vitarka, when you are disturbed by negative thoughts or unwholesome thinking, and I like to think of it as chittavrittis, the chirping. Yeah, it's like the little devilkin on the shoulder. We need to do these two things. One of the things Patanjali says is come to Santoṣa and learn how to do this with Zig and I, February 2026. Okay, of course it wasn't Patanjali, but you know what? You're going to have fun in Santoṣa and we're going to learn how to do these things. Vitarka bhatane pratipakshabhavanam. But friends, we just released the dates and we're already half sold out. So if you want to come, reserve now. Now let's get back to the real teachings of Patanjali. Pratipaksha bhavanam. Bhavanam means cultivate or reflect on or meditate or intentionally change and mentally strive for something different. And that pratipaksha is the opposite. When we're disturbed by our negative thoughts, we try to cultivate the opposite positive thought. When you're disturbed by the negative, cultivate the opposite positive. Vitarka bhatane pratipakshabhavanam. This is a brilliant sutra. It has so much depth to it. What we're training the mind to do is we're consciously, very consciously, with full awareness, starting to create substitution. We substitute and purify our mind by replacing negative thoughts as they arise to the best of our ability. Dr. Carolina, I'm coming for you because my beautiful friend is a neuroscientist, and this is a perfect spot for her to jump in. Because this is an interesting version or a modern version of cognitive reframing. It's about neuroscience and neuroplasticity. It's this idea that what fires together wires together. What fires together wires together. The idea that what we think and repeat and what we focus on over and over again, it becomes the flow of the mind. We don't indulge it. We don't deny the negative exists, but we start to redirect it. Maybe it's like steering the Titanic, but we shift it, we steer, we rudder away from that negative thought. And to my mind, essentially, each of these negative thoughts is deeply based in fear. Let's take some examples. How about hatred? Isn't this really a fear of being hurt or maybe threatened, or that I'm being diminished in some way, that I've lost control, that I've been rejected, or there's some kind of injustice? Greed. Isn't that simply a fear of scarcity, a belief that there isn't enough to go around and I need to hoard or I need to overconsume? Jealousy, isn't that at its core my feeling of not being enough, unworthy, or inadequate? A fear I'm going to be replaced or abandoned? What 233 is reminding us is that we are not our thoughts. I'll say it again, we're not our thoughts. So here's the thing. Don't fight the thought. Don't shame it. Just redirect it. If you notice that envy's arising or anger's arising, we have to breathe into it, trying to cultivate some understanding. If the fear grips us, we have to remind ourselves of our strength. If there's self-hatred chirping in your mind, in your ear, then we have to gently reaffirm our worthiness. This is part of the mind training. This is part of the modern neuroplasticity. The mind is changeable. We can change. We are not stuck, friends. Okay, I think that's enough for today. Let's check in more about this tomorrow. Om. Peace out.